guys, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the lighting in this video because I'm in my room and normally I don't do my videos in my bedroom. However, I'm not doing a tutorial, so you probably aren't going to need much light. I actually wanted to talk a little bit about brushes. In my opinion, brushes can make or break a look. Brushes can provide the ability to be able to do some really awesome things with your makeup looks and help you experiment a little bit better as well if you have the right tools. They can also be like super duper expensive, which is not a good thing if you're younger or even like me and still in school and don't really have all the money in the world to be spending on brushes. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of hints about starting your brush collection. Before I get into this, I want everyone to consider that for the most part, I use about 5 brushes on a daily basis, and they're pretty much the exact same brushes I use every single day. However, I have about 40. It's just one of those things, kind of like an addiction, like shoes or anything else. You just kind of get like into this whatever and you just want to buy a billion brushes. And yeah, I have used every single brush that I have. That's how I know which ones I like and which ones I don't like. And then you can pick your 5 or 6 favorites, and then you don't really have to worry about buying any more, and you can invest your money in other things. I wanted to talk about a few brands that I have found that have been really good that are rather inexpensive. Number 1 is eyeslipsface.com. They apparently, around Christmas time, they started selling eyeslipsface.com in Targets, but they were selling them kind of like the sets, so they wasn't like individual brushes. But everything on that website is $1, except for their studio line, which is $3. However, those brushes are actually pretty darn good. You can, if you're lucky, I've found them at Big Lots, I found them at Ross, and they're always $1 wherever you go. Their price never changes. Most of their brushes at eyeslipsface.com are synthetic, means they're a little bit cheaper, but they are easier to clean because they do have the synthetic bristles and not like the goat hair or the horse hair, which a lot of people have problems with because of the animal cruelty and whatnot. Next is Eco Tools. Eco Tools can be found at Ulta and many drugstores, including Target. I haven't seen them at Walmart, but I have seen them at Target. Eco Tools advertises themselves as earth-friendly products, which just means that they have no animal cruelty. They are synthetic hairs, but their brushes are actually really good. And they sell sets that you can get for $10 or $15 with 6 or 7 brushes in them. Not everyone needs expensive makeup or expensive brushes. In my opinion, the only people who need expensive brushes are people who are either in school for it or really serious about it or freelance or anything like that. Another good website for brushes is Coastal Scents. I just made a video a few days ago about some brushes that I got from there, but I actually have a handful of brushes, and I've been pleased with every single one of them. Of course, you're going to have your occasional shedding with certain kind of brushes, no big deal. But their brushes are really good. They're really good quality. They're easy to clean, easy to keep up with, and I highly recommend them. You can get a really good brush for $2 or $3, which is incredible. Granted, you are going to have to pay shipping, which is the only thing that kind of sucks about Coastal Scents. However, to me, it's totally worth it. Whatever. Another really good brand would be anything like loew-cornell. I think there is Crown brushes or Royal brushes or something about Crown and Royal and something. Not Crown Royal because that's the liquor. But any kind of like craft store brushes are actually really good for makeup brushes. My everyday eyeshadow brush I use is a artist brush, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I like it just as well as I do any other shader brush. I just wanted to talk about my top 5 brushes, or brushes, not even my top 5 brushes, just brushes that I feel that would be really good for starting out, that you can do pretty much everything you need to do if you're just starting out in makeup and just starting out experimenting. These are the top 5 brushes that I think would be good. So starting off with the first brush that I think should be in everyone's starting out collection is some sort of a flat shader brush like this one. Just looks like this. And this one in particular is the loew-cornell Maxine Mop in 3/8 of an inch. This is what I was saying, like this is a craft brush. I got this at Michael's for maybe $2 or $3. Perfect. Where the MAC 239 is good. However, I find this one works just as well, and the MAC one is like $24.50 or $22.50. I'm not sure, but I'll find out and let you guys know. A second necessity brush, in my opinion, is some sort of a crease brush. Something that you can define your crease to give your eye a little bit of dimension, to help with the look that you're creating and do some blending work. My number one is, of course, a MAC brush. These are a little bit more expensive, but in my opinion, they're worth it because I know I'll have this brush forever. This is the 224. Another one you can also get is the Sigma SS224. Pretty much the exact same thing. Eco Tools makes a really good crease brush. This one is a Coastal Scents crease brush, which I have since used since my video, and I love it. So soft, and it works amazing, and I think this was $2 or $3 tops. The third brush is also another eye brush, and this is just an angled brush. These, you can get these anywhere, and they pretty much all work the same. This is one that I got in a holiday collection 2 years ago from MAC. This is the 266, but it's the special edition, which is why it's so tiny. But I use this for my brows, just to set the liner underneath your eyes. These are very multifunctional brushes, which is what you want when you're starting your brush collection, is brushes that you can use for just more than one thing. Next in your collection, I believe, should be some sort of an angled brush for your face. I cannot find my regular size one. I think I may have left it at my boyfriend's. This is the special edition one that I got this year in the holiday collection. You can use this for applying blush to contour. You can even do some highlighting, you know, bronzer, of course, all over your face. But I think this is a really good brush for, again, multi-use, which is the key to buying brushes, is to make sure that you get them that you can use them multi-use. The last brush is an all-over powder brush, some kind of all-over powder brush. Some people say, you know, need a kabuki and a powder brush and this brush and that brush. In my opinion, you can pretty much just do it with one big fluffy powder brush. This is the Sigma SS150, and I love this. I've tried this with my mineral powder because I have a kabuki as well, and it works just as well. Setting powder. You can also use this for blush. I know it's kind of big. It is kind of big, but you can use this for blush. You know, do your highlighting, whatever. Just put the powder on the edge of the brush. You can just kind of, you know, get right in here in your nose. I did cheat a little bit, and I made an alternate selection. For me, I don't really have to worry about concealer that much. I don't have that much to conceal. I do have some redness on my cheeks, and of course, my face has been broken out the past couple days because I just started school and blah blah blah. But in my opinion, your finger can work just as well with concealer than a brush. But some people may think that you might need a concealer brush. It's a flat synthetic brush, but in my opinion, sometimes the warmth of your finger can help make the concealer that you're using more creamy and help it blend a little bit better. So I don't really feel that you need a concealer brush, but some people will argue against me, so to each his own. Those are the 5 brushes, in my opinion, that I think are really good for starting out, and you can use them for a lot of things. Just remember that you want to find brushes that you can multitask with. Multitasking is key. So I really hope that was helpful for you guys. I know that when I was first starting out, like watching videos on YouTube and getting started in makeup, that reading about brushes and learning about brushes in particular was really important to me and really helped me out. So I really hope that this did the same for you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!